Now, guys, the difference between legalization, verification, notification, all right, I will explain here before I forget. You may hear me mentioning in some sections of my videos that you are going to do legalization, verification, and notification. First, legalization, all right, means that the document is true copy of your documents and can be used international. That is why you first of all have to take the document from your university. You go with it to the Ministry of Education, which is the ministry that controls your university. All right. Then when it leaves the Ministry of Education, it now needs to go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which is the ministry which is saying that you can use this document out of your home country. Then when you come back with the document, you have to now take it to the embassy. All right. When the embassy notified it or write something or stamp it, it is called notification. All right. Then you now send it to the Czech Republic. In case you take it or legalize it, you send it to the Czech Republic. Now, when you send it to the Czech Republic, they are verifying if that is actually the true document. Your school did it, which means you are true. You actually attended school. All right. Then again, after your school gave you the documents, you took it to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the ministry in your home country, saying that you can use that document out of your home country. Now, the embassy is going to take it, look at it to see if it's actually true coming from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Then when you are admitted, they will tell you to send your documents. When you send the documents now, they will now check all those things. If they see the stamp of the embassy on it, the Czech embassy, they will now know that this document has been verified and can be used in Czech Republic. So notification means using a document in that particular country, Czech Republic, that has been notified already. I hope you understand. So if you carry the document from the Ministry of Higher Education without going with it through the Czech embassy, nobody will look at it. So please pay attention to this and always make sure you differentiate between the two, all right? Welcome back to our channel and thank you so much for joining today. If this is your first time here, guys, please do not forget, as usual, we do it here as a tradition. Please subscribe below here, all right? The subscribe button is found somewhere here. And please give me a thumbs up, like the video so that I can get recommendations from YouTube from other people, all right? From other people, and equally bring others to watch this video because a lot of people are looking for opportunities around the world to migrate. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about an affordable, let me not say a cheap school, an affordable university in the Czech Republic that you should apply and start studies by September next year, all right? As I speak to you right now, admissions is open, and for BSc programs, they are going to close around the 2nd of April, and for MSc programs, they are equally going to close around the 14th of May 2023. And also remember that there is a tuition fee for BSc programs, there is a tuition fee for MSc program, but some PhD programs are actually free, which means that you just need to apply, pay your application fee, and if you are selected, you pack your bags, you move to the Czech Republic. As simple as ABC. So, what is the name of the school I'm talking about? This school is called Mendellu University. It is found in Brno in the Czech Republic. Now, before I continue with the requirements, because I want to talk about some of the things we need to know, general requirements, admissions process, and all the rest, I want to quote here that some PhD programs are free. There is an entrance examination you are going to write as soon as you apply. Probably you are not going to send your documents, all right? When you apply, they have to evaluate your admissions, your documents, and see if you actually meet the requirements for the program. If you meet the requirements, you are going to be called for an interview. And again, make sure you check the website very well. There is a section on scholarship opportunities and availability. So you should check to know if you are eligible to apply or not. All right. I know why I'm saying you should check, because I don't want to spill everything here. Otherwise, you are not going to pull through with the admissions exams. All right. In case you are called for an exam. Now, know that if you are applying for IT and engineering courses, most of them have entrance qualifications entrance examinations you have to take, okay? I already talked about that. Now, let's look at the general requirements before we come back to the tuition fee and some of the programs available. If you want to study at Mendellu University in Brno, Czech Republic, know that there are general requirements, and the general requirements you need is admissions to study for bachelor's degree programs, all right, is upon condition to secondary school certificate, specialized education, and for masters is upon condition for bachelor's degree, and for PhD is upon a condition for master's degree programs, which means that when you apply to any of these programs, all right, depending on the documents you use, when they are giving you the admissions, they have to give you a condition. The first condition is that probably you have to pay tuition deposit before they are going to ship you the admissions letter and the visa documents for you to apply for your study visa to the Czech Republic. Is that not good? Of course, it is good. So make sure you apply right now. Now, to explore the courses, let's look at the admissions process and how it is run. The first process is that you have to complete an online application. There is a form online you are going to find on the university's website, and you can download that form, all right, fill it and submit it. Equally, you have to certified copies, or you have to send certified copies of originals or certified copies of original certificates and transcripts of admissions, academic records or admissions records. So you have to send these documents to the Czech Republic. What normally happens is when you have an admissions, the university is not going to just forward the document like that. They have to ask you to send certified copies. I already explained the process. You go through the Ministry of Education, you go through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, you go through the Czech Embassy to legalize the documents before you send them to the Czech Republic. Then when they verify and everything is good, they are going to send your admissions letter alongside the documents and accommodation proof. So always book your accommodation and ask them to send the details to you. Alright, all original, sorry about that guys, all original documents are the ones you are sending to the Czech Republic, because alright, what I mean by originals is all legalized Turkey, because if you legalize the document, you have to then send it to the country and keeping your originals. But if the legalization is done on the original, send it there, they will equally send it back to you. Alright, don't be scared. I know you will be scared because it is original documents, but don't worry, it will come back to you. Now, proof of English proficiency. You equally need to prove that you can speak English, you understand English, or you can actually write English, the verbal sections of English language. And in this case, you have to prove with what? The IELTS exam or the TOEFL score. If you are coming from a country like Nigeria or Ghana, where English is the language of instruction in most universities and of course spoken around the country, you do not need this proficiency. You just need to indicate to the admissions counselor or the admissions board or the faculty of the program, all right, to tell them that you're actually an English speaker or a native English speaker, all right. I believe things like this can help you. Now, a copy of your passport, of course, this is an international document, so you need a copy of your passport in order to migrate. Even if you do not have it, make sure you have a copy of your passport before you start doing the online application. These are things that people neglect and it doesn't really sound well. I was talking to someone and she said that she is not having a passport and she was about to start the process. And when I knew that, or when she told me, I was so disappointed, but she never knew that she needed a passport. I hope you get it. So always check the passport well. Of course, don't forget that you have a non-refundable application fee to pay. It is non-refundable because whether you get the admissions or not, nobody gives it back to you, all right? I already talked about an entrance examination. So these are some of the things you should understand. Now, what are the documents that you need? The documents you need to submit on this online application before later on, if you are granted the admissions, you have to send some to the Czech Republic. Include 1, your international passport, 2, certified copies of all your documents, 3, I have already mentioned about this, proof of funds and English certificate. These are some of the documents. In addition to these ones I just gave you, you equally need to have curriculum vitae, CV, all right, very important, updated CV, let me put it this way. Motivation letters, a letter to prove your capabilities. Why are you applying to the school? What will you benefit from the school? How would the program change your life? Future goals, all right? You need to explain this in the motivation letter. And of course, I already talked about the application fee. So this is something you need to pay attention to, all right? Applying to the Czech Republic is one thing. Remember in another video you are going to watch, I said that when you are about to book the appointment for visa interview, you should pay attention to the section that says, because there is a section on the visa interview. When you miss that section, or if you are not able to book before that time, you cannot get an appointment at the Czech embassy. Please put this into consideration and make sure you follow all the details I'm saying, all right? Now, another thing you want to pay attention to is the tuition fee. Most programs, like I said, some programs have different tuition fee, while others have different tuition fee. For example, in some universities, these particular universities, PhD programs are free. But while in the other university I mentioned, the university that I just mentioned in another video, you will watch the video, I said the tuition fee for bachelor's, master's, and PhD are all the same. So now, another thing you should be asking is, what are the visa documents? I have a video about that. And what is the proof of funds? I have a video about that. So verify all those videos and watch them, okay? Now, let's take a look at a list of available courses in this particular university. But before we check the courses available, please, you should also understand that not all schools in the Czech Republic have the same curriculum. Some will teach different courses at this particular semester. Some will teach each and this particular semester. So do not go and start comparing universities, saying that your university is teaching you this, why is that of your friend not teaching you this? No, the semesters are not arranged the same. The syllabus are never the same. So you should pay attention to these details. Now, if you want to study at Mendellu University in Brno, know that bachelor's degree programs cost at least 2,500 euros to 3,000 euros, okay? Then master's programs cost at least 1,500 euros to 3,500 euros. Then PhD, some programs are free while others still cost money. But remember, the programs varies. You may find a program that is 2,500 and you may find another program that is 3,000 euros. It all depends on the particular program you are choosing. All right, legalization is very, very important. Remember, you are going to a new country, you need accommodation. So start looking at your accommodation easily so that you know what you are doing as soon as you receive your admissions letter. I equally talked in another video that do not go for medical insurance when you don't yet have a date, because when you send an email, the embassy or the consular is going to reply you until they reply you before they will give you a date and you start packing your things to go. So always, first of all, pay attention to dates and all the little details so that you do not get trapped up, all right? Now, let's take a look at other universities. There are other universities I will be talking about, like the Paskistani University in Olomouc, all right? There are a lot of universities in the Czech Republic, but I want to talk about few because I noticed that they have some very cheap programs which international students may be looking for. That is why I'm taking time to analyze all of these things. But I will continue from where I stopped with the Paskistani University in Olomouc, all right? I hope this will help somebody. Please do not forget that I equally do consultations, all right? The links are in the video description box. I equally guide students on how to study in the US for free. But if you need that, you book a one-on-one with me. Then we arrange, I call you and explain everything to you so that when you are looking for the programs, you just start the application as easy as possible. Those who want to apply to grad school, if you do not apply before the end of February, you are done. All right, you may not be able to apply again and get full funding, because most of these schools by December 1st, January 1st, and January 30th are already closing their doors, which means that if you are looking for let's say if you are looking for grants or funding or scholarships or assistantships, you should try to apply early as possible. It is very, very important. Please do not neglect this. It is very, very important. For those who have been asking me for other details about Latvia and Lithuania, of course, video will come up very soon. All right, guys. Remember, Finland is starting application by the 4th of January. So if you want to apply to Finland, make sure you start checking the programs available in various universities. I have videos on this YouTube channel. So I will drop it here for now and we meet again in another one. But before I go, remember that schools like the Czech University of Applied Sciences are somehow very cheap compared to other universities in the Czech in the Czech Republic. All right, so this is something you need to pay attention to before you apply to a school. Make sure you know its programs very well.